Hi, it's Therese in Lostinpaper and I'm back for Scrapbook Boutique, and I've finally got my hands on this Circle Scribble Flowers stamp set from My Favourite Things, and I've coveted this one forever, and I'm going to be doing a really clean and simple card. It's an almost one layer card today, and I'm going to start by stamping out the solid base images of the flowers. And because it's a new stamp set, I am just testing it off on some scrap paper first, just to see how it is going to stamp, and it's pretty good. Gotta say, these stamps are so nice. So the colour I'm using first is called Classic Cherry, and this is a Ranger dye ink, and I'm going to focus all my images down in the lower right corner. And I do like to hold my stamp just a little bit longer on the paper to allow the ink to seep in when it's a solid image like this. But if you can see that, it did stamp perfectly. And these inks do stain your stamps a little bit. I just clean mine with the Ultra Clean and my scrubber, and it's pretty good actually. But it doesn't actually affect the way they work. So even if they are a little bit stained, it won't affect your stamp at all. So my second colour, and this is the middle size flower, is called Pink Gumball. I thought the red and the pink together was so much fun. And I'm going to stamp one more flower because we all know that things look better in odd numbers. And this is the smallest flower now. And I'll use the Pink Gumball for that as well. And for my leaves, I've got another Ranger ink, and this one's called Electric Lime. Really pretty colour. And this is the largest leaf, and I already know that I want 3 leaves, but I can't really work out where I want the 3rd leaf yet. So what I thought I might do is just stamp out my scribbles, which is the fun bit, and then I can work out where to put my other leaf after. Now I actually want these a little bit off center, just so there's a little bit of white white cardstock around the edge of the flower, and that just kind of gives it that little bit of a retro look. And I'm using my Onyx Black Ink, and this is a pigment ink, but it's really quite fast drying. I don't usually have any problems with it smearing, and I simply just use a absorber cloth to wipe that away. Or I can use my Ultra Clean spray again. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. And I'm doing the same with all the images. I'm just stamping a little bit off to the side so that some of the white cardstock shows through. And there's my final leaf. Now I've got 3 leaves and 3 flowers, and all focused in one section of the card. I think it looks really pretty. My sentiment comes from this Mama Elephant set called Everyday Greetings, and it's one of my favourite sentiment sets ever. And I'm using the speech bubble that says smile. And I'll cut this out. I'm going to fussy cut it out, and I'll just leave a small border of white around the edge. And to do that, it's just easier to keep your scissors facing forward and then move the cardstock around. And take your time while you're doing this. There's no rush, and you'll get a nice even cut around the edge. Almost it'll look like it's die cut. And I use a couple of scrapbook adhesives, pop dots, to pop this up on the front of my card. Like I said, it's an almost one layer card, except for the sentiment. And as a final touch, I have some sparklets. These are some enamel dots, and they come in some really pretty colours, but this is the black, grey and white set, and I just move these around for a while till I'm happy with how I like the look of them. And again, I'm using the odd numbers. I'm using 3 altogether. And I just like the little bit of depth that they add to the flowers. So thanks for joining me. I've had heaps of fun with my clean and simple card today. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.